It's a tiny leg. Looks fake, thank goodness.
Remember in Night in the Woods, you just find an arm, and everyone's like, cool, an arm, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah. What are these? They make such a peculiar sound when the wind blows against them.
Oh, it's kind of cool seeing it through the eyes of somebody who has no idea what things are.
See, since the Paranormal Club has gotten its hands on these tanks, they've been covered in all kinds of makeshift furnishings. I'd never be part of a club that would have me for a member. Huh, kind of clever.
Oh, because they have a hard time reading. In case you guys are coming in, the main character doesn't know how to read very well and doesn't know a lot of things, which is why Todd's their tutor.
This clubhouse is situated pretty nicely. A quiet, secluded grove, plenty of fresh air, and a great view of most of the town. Stacy's talking to Mari, and they both occasionally glance at the tank. She looks angry.
You're ready. You're ready to protect at any moment.
Oh, hi. Sup? Hi, Brett. Pretty wackadoodle stuff, isn't it? He gestures to the debris scattered around the clubhouse site. Should I try and talk in a Canadian accent?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of scary to think about.
A boot. Oh, wait, no, that's us. Ugh.
Brett nods. He doesn't seem his usual talkative self. I can tell he's thinking about everything before him. Oh, you think so? I find myself kind of fascinated by it, I guess.
You know?
You know? He points to the undamaged tank with an open door. That second tank has always been empty, and when we knocked on the first one, it sounded hollow too. So why would it explode? Especially considering nobody's known about this place for years except us. Brett shakes his head, pushing his glasses up his nose. It's a real mystery, all right. Maybe not a paranormal one, but it's exactly why I signed up for this club. What good is high school if you're not having a couple adventures, right? Heh, you know, you're kind of cool sometimes, Brett. Well, what? Wait, did you see? I think we talked about this on a different video, but have you ever seen his video that he did for, I think, Canada Day, where he was like, do you want to learn to talk like a Canadian?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's so funny. Oh my God. So Brett goes by Hoodie on YouTube, and he's from Canada. And so he did like a talk like a Canadian video. It's great. And so he goes through a bunch of like classic like Canadian phrases. It's really great. I mean, that is to say, it's cool of you to say that to someone with a bottle cap collection that fills up 4 or 5 mayonnaise jars, which are empty, of course.
You'll be ready for the apocalypse if it turns into a fallout. Don't worry.
I'm gonna go stand over there for a minute. Okay, Brett. Oh, and bring me any interesting things you find. Let's see if we can't get to the bottom of this explosion, eh? Hey, Michelle.
How's it going, weirdo? Sorry about the state of this place.
She thumbs a few of the drawings on the blown-out tank thoughtfully. Did you make these?
Yeah.
They look nice. You're really talented.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry some of them got blown up.
It's alright. Now that the tank is open, I can draw all on the inside of it, too.
Good point. We'll have to clean up the glass and stuff first, though. Someone could get hurt.
Don't have to worry about me, babe. I can take care of myself, alright? A little glass isn't gonna scare...
Dunk!
Christ, fuck, shit!
Michelle bends over, clutching her right shin. She must have accidentally brushed it up against a protruding piece of the tank. Oh my gosh, are you okay?
I'm fine. Fuck, just gotta walk it off somewhere.
Walk it off? Me?
Yes!
But I'm not the one...
Go!
Okay, I'm off.
Let's see. Oh, okay. We can't show them things? Oh, usually we can show people stuff, right?
Hold on. Go to the thing. Click on person. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Stacy, Mari and I found this place back in junior high. Stumbled on it at poor accidento while we were just goofing off.
It's been our clubhouse ever since. Haha, I knew it. It was a water tank all along.
I mean, yeah, there's water all over the place, but it didn't fill the tank. It must have just been running through that glass tube there.
Maybe it's some kind of filtering system?
No, it was like a tank with a person in it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hey, where'd you find that? That looks like one Victorian doll I found.
La 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 la, I can't hear this. You mean it's not yours?
Heck no! I've got an
oh my god.
Ouija
were you about to call that an Ouija?
I got a Ouija board, a bat skeleton pentagram, and a Satan body pillow at home. But I'd never bring a Victorian doll into my house. Those things are way too creepy. Instead of dream catchers, I put up wind chimes to keep away the bad spirits. If I'm gonna fight demons, I'm not gonna appropriate someone's culture at the same time.
Oh my god. Like the furniture, we've been bringing stuff here for years to decorate the clubhouse. I carried a couple armchairs up all by myself last year. Of course, then this weird moss started growing in them and I had to carry them back to the dumpster.
Just in case you guys are wondering, Stacy is strong.
Stacy's really buff.
Isn't Michelle's graffiti cool? She wrote a bunch of cute sayings around the edges.
Can't read very well.
Ah, well, you'll get a kick out of them someday. You wouldn't believe how hard it is to find this place. There are no roads or landmarks leading you to it.
Mari and I had to memorize the way after we first discovered the place. These trees can hide some pretty big things in them. So I think that if we click on a different person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jay,
have you noticed this? Here's the real kicker. What? Check out the fragments of the tank shell. They're bending outwards. Uh-huh. I'd bet you a bacon sandwich that the explosion came from inside the tank. That doesn't make sense. I thought this tank was sealed shut. How could someone start an explosion from inside if they were trying to get in? Brett shrugs.
You know, in the canon of this game, AJ's out in the world being a homeless puppy, and it's really stressing me out.
I mean, who's to say someone was trying to get in?
Maybe someone's trying to get out.
Yeah. I don't believe it. Is that another Victorian doll piece? Another? Yeah. Mari finds them in the woods occasionally. Sometimes it's an arm or a head or a finger or something. You mean it happened more than once?
I'm telling you, these Victorian doll heads.
Yep. Once we discovered an entire doll with a dead squirrel inside. We kept an eye out, you know. And what do you know? Those things are actually all over the place. Matter of fact, we've been trying to crack that case for a long time. It was number 1 on the club agenda until this explosion happened, of course. Wind chimes are awesome. I'll say this about she knows how to make the clubhouse look I'll say this about Michelle. She knows how to make the clubhouse look real spiffy. I mean, a year ago that whole tank was bare as a dog bone, you know what I mean? Then when she joined the club, boom! She hauls in this big old tub of paints and stuff. Who knows where she got it? And the next thing you know, our secret hideaway became Brett takes on a sing-song voice, waving his hands for emphasis. Secret hideaway. I really hope Brett likes my impression of him.
Don't tell anyone, but I'm most proud of the work I've done here. I never had a whole wall to work on before.
She looks at me, her brows suddenly creased in suspicion. What?
Do you draw? Are you any good?
I don't know. I've never tried it. Oh, gross.
Oh, gross. Get that away from me.
It's just a doll leg. Michelle regains her composure, but her nose remains scrunched up in disgust.
What's that brown stain on its leg?
I don't know.
Looks like the soda stain from yours. Creepy.
We're the doll?
What if that's our, effigy?
Uh-huh. It's blown to pieces? That's great.
That's the clubhouse, weirdo. Bloody hell. That's a huge hole. Imagine standing next to that thing while it went off.
Do you have any idea why it might have exploded?
Not really, no. As far as I know, this whole place was supposed to be a secret. Nobody ever comes around before.
She squints at the gaping hole in the tank, leaking water everywhere.
And maybe with good reason, too. Wind chimes seem like a nice idea, but Mari's constantly untangling them on account of the wind. More trouble than it's worth, if you ask me. I think we're good.
Mm-hmm. Should I head home now?
You go home.
The club members are all packing their things up into their backpacks. Stacy and Mari chat while Michelle is a short ways off, kicking rocks down the hill. Brett tries and fails to get out of the way of the ricocheting sediment. Maybe I should ask one of them if they'd like to walk home with me? Who should I walk home with?
Mari and Stacy. That's us.
I decide to walk home with Mari and Stacy.
Do you think that if this end, we're still not at the dating sim part, but what if you choose to date us, you have to date both of us?
I think that would be perfect.
That'd be great. Sorry, we come as a team.
Yep. Hey, wait, was that a pun or was that just like...
No, it wasn't a pun, but I'll take credit for that.
Okay. Hey guys, mind if I tag along?
Sure.
Actually, Jay, I'm gonna head home by myself. Oh, okay. Mari's brow furrows, but she nods.
I'm stressed out by the fact that our characters are fighting.
Yeah, there's like tension here, and I'm like,
stressed out. Kind of as if like, are you mad at me in real life, Stacey?
I get the feeling the girls are having a disagreement about something.
Why am I stressed by this?
Mom and Dad are fighting!
Why are we fighting, Stacey? Why are we in a fight?
Mom and Dad are fighting.
We'll give you your space.
Thanks. We go our separate ways.
So, Jay, what do you think? Was your first investigation fun?
Yeah, it was super interesting.
Beats Charlie's Pizza Parlor by a long shot, I bet.
Haha, for sure. The next few minutes go by in silence. I'm fascinated with the sound of the crunchy gravel beneath my feet. Is everything all right with you and Stacy?
Yeah, it's fine. Stacy's just really worried about us going back to the clubhouse.
Mari cocks her head, looking like she's trying to listen to something.
But...
Maybe her conscience?
I'm trying to psychically connect to you, see how you're feeling. But I don't know, that was very unlike her. She's normally so confident and unfazed by dangerous things. I mean, we've never been near an explosion or anything before, but we've done plenty of risky stuff.
She uses her fingers to count the ways.
Trespassing, parkour! Crawling through abandoned tunnels and structurally unsound buildings. I mean, we're the Paranormal Club, not for the faint of heart, you know.
Very true.
But hey, don't worry about her. I'm sure she'll cool off in a couple days, and it'll be a threesome all over again.
Uh-oh. Right.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I look at Mari. She seems unusually giddy. Or is it nervous? She can't quite sit still either way.
What's your opinion of Stacy?
My opinion on Stacy? What's my opinion on Stacy? I think she's great. She's awesome. I think she's awesome. She is so smart and strong and confident. I love that we're playing this thing like about ourselves. So we're like, yeah, I think I'm pretty great.
I'm pretty amazing. I admire her very much.
And confident. I admire her very much.
Ah, I see.
Is it just me, or does Mari look a little disappointed?
I would not be disappointed. I would be thrilled. I would be thrilled to hear such wonderful things. I mean, that's great. You should tell her that sometime. I bet she'd really appreciate the compliment.
You're jealous. Thanks, I will.
That's untrue. I would have been so happy.
So for anybody who didn't watch the Super Seducer Let's Play, Mari and I are both single at the moment, so we've been dating, and there have been times where we have actually compared who we're dating to make sure that we were not accidentally dating
the same
people.
No, because somebody was describing something. I was like, wait a second. Have you been in my home? Look. Because Stacey's like a ninja. She'll be like, yeah, I had someone over. I'm like, when? How? I wasn't wearing pants. What?
Like, when was there a person here?
Yeah, they came a few hours ago and they just left. And I was like, how? How do I not know this? Meanwhile, AJ's going insane because he can sense that somebody's in the house, but he can't find them.
Because they're gone.
They're gone.
They're already gone.
He's like, I know somebody's here, and then he searches around and smells the air, and he's like, where'd they go? I know, I'm not crazy.
And we're like, I don't know, AJ. Maybe you're just crazy.
He's like, maybe I am crazy. A few more silent footsteps pass. You live up here, right?
I follow her pointing finger. I can see Ilette's house just at the end of the block. Yep.
Cool, let's go.
We quickly arrive at my front door. Thanks for walking me home, Mari.
Oh, it's no biggie. Now make sure you get a good night's sleep, okay?
Or else.
Aye,
Captain.
And drink water.
I wave goodbye, watching her disappear around the street corner. Mari is very passionate about making sure everybody is properly hydrated.
And sleeping.
As soon as she's out of view, my back hunches over like the tense nerves holding it in all this time finally snapped. I heave a sigh. Well, that was kind of a bummer. Finally, I spent some one-on-one time with Mari, and all we talked about was Stacy.
Oh.
I hope she doesn't think I'm rude. Sighing, I swing open the door of Ilette's house, expecting the usual bland, quiet scene. What awaits me on the other side, however, is terrifying.
Whoa. I guess let's both say it the same. No, okay. Here, doggy.
Come out, boy. Come out wherever you are. I'm so shocked to find these two identical lanky men crawling about on the floor of Ilette's living room carpet, waving small bone-shaped cookies in their hands that I drop my bag on the floor and scream. Or try to scream anyway. All that comes out is a strange squeak. It's enough for them to hear me, however, and they now turn their attention to me, standing paralyzed in the entryway. Whoosh! In an instant, the men are on their feet, lunging at me. I raise my hands over my face. Don't hurt me, Slam. I feel a gust of cool air as the door shuts behind me. The twins tower over me, each breathing a sigh of relief.
Keep this closed, the dog will get out.
Not to mention, the boss doesn't like it open. Terrible draft, you know?
AJ's here?
AJ's here. I stand frozen, shaking. My heart continues churning out as much adrenaline as it can muster. Probably wondering why I'm not using it to run as fast and far as I can. The men don't even notice. They've resumed position on the carpet, biscuits at the ready. Excuse me? Who are you people?
The number 7 Reich? I'm number 7 Reich.
And I'm number 8 Leaf. It takes me several long seconds to figure out that the men have just told me their names, I think. Why do people keep answering my important questions with vague, nonsensical answers like I'm the crazy one? No, what are you doing in the house? This is Ilette's house. You two are obviously not Ilette.
Neither are you.
You've got me there. I hesitantly sling my backpack down. It doesn't seem like the strange men mean any harm, but there is something secretive and off about them. Maybe a different approach is needed. My name is Jay. Ilette is my caretaker. Can you please explain what your relationship to her is? Are you, like, robbing us or something? At this, the men sit up, looking at each other excitedly. They do it in unison. I realize almost all of their actions are kind of synchronized. It's a little creepy.
Number 9 Jay?
Or number 10 Jay? They stare directly at me, again in unison. What's your other? Other? Where is other? Where is other? Where? My dream from several nights ago hits me like a speeding train. A million questions suddenly pile themselves onto the tip of my tongue. I can't figure out just which to ask first, so they jam up like gumballs clustered at the mouth of a mason jar. The door opens behind me. Ilette, you're home! From under the couch, I hear the tinkling of a collar.
AJ!
A ball of fur darts out, making a beeline for the freshly opened escape route. Just as the small dog takes one step onto the porch, a gloved hand snatches it by the mane. Ilette holds the sorry-looking animal out in front of her, her voice trembling with rage. Oh my god, he looks so dumb.
I know, it's my little boy!
Explain! Uh-oh. No, absolutely not. Please, Ilette, please. As soon as Ilette released the little dog, it had darted into my room under the low-hanging bed. And based on the sour odor now emanating from the dark space, it was not celebrating.
Oh, AJ farted.
No,
When AJ farts, when AJ gets excited or sad or has any emotion, he farts.
He either farts or poops on the floor.
Well, he hasn't pooped on the floor in excitement in a while, to be fair.
To be fair, the first time he came over to my house,
He was so excited he pooped.
he pooped on the floor. He was like, Stacey, oh my god!
He was so excited.
It was so funny. He literally just like looked at me and like took a shit right on the floor.
He loved you so much.
I believe I explicitly told you two not to come here while Jay was at home. And secondly, while I never outright stated that wild animals were not welcome in the house, I assumed that both of you would be intelligent enough to know it went without saying. So why in the world did you think it would be appropriate to not only introduce yourselves, but roll out the welcome mat with a housewarming mongrel? The twins sagged lower and lower into the floor with every pointed word. Pretty soon they might be ready to join the so-called mongrel under the bed.
Sorry, boss.
But you did tell us we had to be independent thinkers, didn't you?
Yeah, didn't you?
And we decided independently that we want to see the new subject.
And we want to bring them as a gift.
When I said you needed to think independently, I meant that you should be able to visit a grocery store without my writing out an itemized list for you. She paces the carpeted floor so quickly, I'm sure she'll wear a hole in it. It's so unlike Eilette to be this animated. I'm also surprised that, despite the twins' apparent disobedience, Eilette does nothing more than to scold them. If I were ever to break her rules, would she be as lenient?
Well, we're being like, can I break the rules too?
And again, why did you pick a dog of all things? That beast will have to be fed, cleaned, trained.
Well, we didn't know what to get the new subject.
And also, we don't have any money.
And then we found this dog locked up in the police office.
The only one.
They were going to put him to sleep.
And it broke the cardinal rule. The cardinal rule?
Of the Frog Society.
Don't. Eilette holds out a hand to try and silence the twins. Instead, they stand up tall and straight, hands to their forehead in a bizarre salute. Frogs fly free.
No breakthroughs.
Only breakouts. Eilette takes a breath and the room is filled with silence. I see a strange expression in her eyes. Not quite sadness, but possibly related. You mean to tell me you stole this dog from the pound?
Yep, it was easy.
Piece of cake compared to our other jobs, boss. All we had to do was take down the security system. Stop talking right now. And for goodness sake, stop reciting that ridiculous motto. She looks at me. Just keep the dog, but only in the yard, understand?
Nope, he's sleeping in our bed.
The twins smile wide. It might have been a tender moment if we weren't all in a small room that's smelling more and more like dog pee by the minute. He peed on the floor.
That's my boy.
I cleared the air with my throat. So, Eilette, are you going to, explain who these people are at all? I can tell she wants to say no. But, not unlike the little guy under my bed, she knows she has to come out with it eventually. Her shoulders sag. Jay, this is Reich and Leaf.
Number 7, Reich.
Number 8, Leaf. I am, or I was, their caretaker also. My job has always been to supervise subjects until they are capable of taking care of themselves. But in some cases, that never happens. Hey.
No fair, boss.
And now they are under my employ. Doing what exactly? Lots of things. I raise a sassy eyebrow at her, hoping for more, but she's already regained her composure. And shoots me down with a withering no-nonsense glare that practically stoops my shoulders. Anyway, I think it's time to wrap this up. Jay needs their rest. She claps her hands together. The twins leap up, exiting the room in brisk matching steps. Since the two of you were so intent on getting to know our newest member, I'm sure you'll have no problem helping out with caretaking duties. You'll be escorting Jay to and from school every morning and evening now. And you will not be seen, am I understood?
Can we walk with them?
You mean it? What do you mean not seen? And you'll ensure that thing under the bed is properly trained or I'll get rid of it myself. Is that clear? The twins leap up and down excitedly, whooping and cheering. and they are hastily ushered out the front door. As they are hastily ushered out the front door, I sneak a glance at Islet. I might have imagined it, but the corners of her lip almost quirk up in a smile. Bye-bye, Jay.
Take care.
Bye? Slam. Finally. Peace.
I'm just waiting for when we get to bond with the dog.
Islet? She walks down the hallway, opening a cabinet and withdrawing a can of something from inside. What do I do about the dog? It's still under my bed. She tosses the can at me. I catch it, fumbling until the label faces me. Air freshener. It's your gift. Thus, it is your responsibility. See that it doesn't stain my living room, please. Now she heads down toward the hall. I know it's now or never, so I blurt at her. Islet, just answer me one question, please. She pauses at the end of the hallway, not even turning to face me. Earlier, they said they asked me about my other. What were they talking about? I stare at the back of her sleek black haircut, my breath caught in my throat. She sighs. I suppose you've noticed that they're twins? I nod, not realizing that Islet can't see me. She continues anyway. That's the thing about my subjects. There aren't many of them, but they always come in pairs. I don't know why. But one will always have the other. I believe they expected you to be the same. And am I the same? Do I have an other? She turns to look at me wearing the same clouded, puzzled expression I saw when first meeting her in the hospital. No. It's hard to believe I could ever fall asleep after today's events. But after several long hours of staring up at the ceiling, mind racing, my eyelids finally succumb to their fatigue and droop shut. My mind begrudgingly follows. As time passes, my thoughts become more and more twisted, more abstract. Until suddenly, they're clear as day. I realize I'm not thinking anymore, just observing. Clickety-clickety-clack. I look around. An old weathered keyboard without a monitor rests under my fingers. Around me are desks with men hunched over similar machines busily typing away. Meanwhile, I struggle to punch even a single sentence in. Over several long, painful minutes, I press the keys out to match a message I've committed to memory. From the office of Harold Giras, thank you for your recent shipment of fairy pine lumber. Attached is a copy of your invoice. So serious. I look up from my desk. I can feel cold moisture creeping down my starched collar as a short, sweaty man stands before me. Is this like the dream sequence at the end of the chapter, maybe?
I guess, yeah.
A calendar on the wall behind him says March 2nd, 1965. Another unplaceable memory. Why do these keep appearing in my dreams? Doll, every time I see you at the typewriter, your face is all scrunched up. Don't you know you'll get wrinkles? I'm sorry, Mr. Giras. I have to pay attention because English is not my first language.
I'll be Harold.
Okay. Just like in my dream before, my speech comes with great difficulty. But maybe some time has passed since then. The muscles on my neck don't strain quite as much as I form the words.
Yeah, don't worry, doll. I didn't hire you for your tongue.
He steps forward, his leering eyes inches away from my neck. The hairs rise on my arms, but I don't lean away. He reaches into the typewriter, yanking out the paper. He reads it while drawing a pen from his shirt pocket.
I hired you for those nice gams, yeah! I like to look at them when I walk into the office every morning.
The paper is slammed down onto my desk, several corrective marks on what I've typed out. From the office of Harold Giras. Giras, amused at first, now sighs in exasperation.
Jesus, my own daughter can type better than you can, doll, and she wants to be a princess.
I guess I've never been able to read or write very well. Why on earth did I take a job as a secretary?
Try it again, doll, and this time, smile. People like you more if you show your happy face.
Rather than grab the table and throw it at Mr. Giras' back as he strides away, I'm surprised to see my past self patiently take a new piece of paper, feed it into the machine, and begin again. I try to get the muscles on my face to relax into a more friendly expression. To do this, I have to concentrate even harder than I was before. From the office This doesn't make any sense. Where's that angry monster I was in my other dream? Of Harold? Why am I sitting in an office instead of running from that man in the warehouse? Didn't he say he wouldn't rest until he captured me? Geras. Didn't I say I wouldn't rest until I killed him?
What a prick, right?
I whirl around. A beautiful woman with curly red hair is seated in the desk behind me.
She's beautiful.
Typing away at speeds I could only dream of.
She's beautiful, but her hands are kind of scary.
Mm.
They look like demon hands.
What does that word mean? Prick? Clickety clickety clack ding! A bell sounds from the typewriter and the woman plucks the paper from the top. She places it on a neat stack and feeds a new one in with one smooth motion. Shunk shunk. The typing resumes.
It means a man who thinks the world revolves around him. The world
revolves around the sun, not him. Clickety clickety clack. She throws her head back and laughs, still typing. Her laugh is strong and clear like a silver bell.
Now you're getting it, honey. God, it's good to have another woman in this stuffy old office.
She leans forward.
You're sleeping with him, right? That's why you got the job?
Clackety clickety clack ding!
That's fine. You do what you gotta do to survive. I think you're a smart lady.
Shunk shunk, clackety clack.
Heck, if I was living in a new country, all full of bizarre, precise rules that it expects you to know and follow, I'd be barking up the same tree.
Clackety clack.
Where did you say you were from again?
I didn't. Ding! She laughs again.
See, I like that. I like your spunk, honey.
Shunk shunk.
Do me a favor, will ya?
She gestures dramatically at her own face, her polished red nails glistening in the sterile white office light.
Don't smile for the prick. Don't smile for anybody unless you really mean it.
Clackety clack.
These hot-to-trot CEOs want to make you think you owe them everything. But I'll be damned if you're gonna control my own friggin' emotions. You know what I mean?
Clackety clack.
Someday I'm gonna be in charge of my own company, and I can tell you right now, no way in hell am I making people smile for me if they don't even mean it.
Clackety clack. Why are you talking to me? The woman reaches to the front of her desk, turning the faux copper nameplate around so I can read it. I stare at this chatty, animated, beautiful woman, unable to understand what she's trying to say. She sighs, her fingers once again flying across the typewriter. Clickety clickety clack.
And you ever had a friend before, honey?
Clickety clickety clack.
The name's Ailette Mira.
Ding! Chapter 2, end. Developed by Salty Justice and Tess Young at the Chic Monster.
Thanks, Tess.
Thanks,
it's beautiful.
Tess.
I like that lady.
Music by Maglo, maglo.bandcamp.com. Additional music by Bensound, bensound.com. Special thanks to Mari and Stacey of Geek Remix.
That's us. That's us.
We made it into the game.
Special thanks to Laura K. Dale, Laura K. Buzz.
Special thanks to Todd Slickburn, Toddly Enough.
Special thanks to Brent, a.k.a. Hoodie Panda, youtube.com/user Hoodie Panda.
Special thanks to Michelle, a.k.a. Mangaminx, youtube.com/user/the RPG Minx. And thanks to you for playing our game. We paid for this game from our own pockets and fundraising on Patreon. If you would like to play future chapters, please consider backing us on Patreon, patreon.com/chicmonster.
Yep. Tess makes the best games, not just Paranormal. They've also made other games that are really fun to play. So if you want to, you can support Tess on Patreon and get access to all their older games as well.
Mm-hmm.
Including updates to Paranormal as they happen.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.